Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial we're going to learn how to make a fish dress with a cowl neckline. So the first thing we need, instead of a paper, I used the lining to create a template before placing it on the customer's clothes. So I'm going to mark out a straight line that's going to serve as the top part, which is the bust measurement divided by 4 plus 2. But I'm going to need extra 2 inches, which is I'm marking out right now, which is going to serve as the zipper allowance. At the top part I measure the shoulder, and then after marking out the zipper allowance I'm going to measure it straight out on a straight line, and then I'm going to measure the bust and the waist, which is the only thing we need on the half length as the upper part of the fabric before we cut out the lower part. After measuring the shoulder, I'm going to measure the bust and the waist, and then I'm going to connect a line from the shoulder to the bust line. I'm also going to mark out the neck, which I'm using 2 inches by 4, 2 inches for the depth and 4 inches for the width. And then I'm going to subtract ½ inch from the shoulder and slant it upwards towards the neckline, because our shoulder slope downward is not straight. After doing that, I'm going to mark necessary details on which is the bust and the waist, and then I'm going to trace it out with the chalk. So before you measure your bust line, before you measure the bust, you need to know the bust line. So for my client, her bust is 36, so her bust line is 8 inches. That's what I marked from the shoulder downward before I now marked her bust measurement. So after I've connected the line from the shoulder to the bust line and then to the half length, I'm also going to mark at that triangular part, I'm going to mark 1 inch that can connect a curve around the shoulder, around the shoulder part, so I can create the armhole. And then I'm going to measure her dart. Her waist divided by 6 is 3.5 inches, which is what I measured as her dart. And then I'm going to notch it and cut out the template before I place it on her clothes to cut. So after cutting the upper part, the template of the upper part, we are going to cut the lower part, and we are going to be making is a fish gown at the lower part. So I folded the material into 2. I use her hip as the biggest measurement, as her hip divided by 4 plus 2 inches, and then plus 10 inches or plus 5 inches again. Then after that, I started to measure her waist at the upper part. Measure her waist, you place the tape up there in a vertical position, and then you're going to measure her gown hip line, where you're going to measure her hip, and then her gown knee bending, where you're going to measure her hip minus 1 inch, so that it can give that pencil shape before you now slant it out towards the end. And then you're also going to measure her gown length plus 2 inches. After you've done that, you're going to trace it out with your chalk, and then you're going to cut it out. Please, the explanation I just gave is for cutting the front part of the dress, cutting the front part of the gown. But meanwhile, what I did here is I cut the back part of the gown. That's the reason why there's a chalk lined here. The chalk is the 2 inches zipper allowance that's marked here. So I'm cutting the back before I'm going to cut the front part of the gown. After cutting the back, I'm also cutting the front part of the gown. so that by the time we are done, we're going to attach it to the upper parts of the half length that we're going to cut very soon. Alright, this is the half length of the back part, because remember while we're cutting we gave 2 inches for zipper allowance, so I placed it on the fabric and I'm cutting the back part, the half length of the back part. After cutting the back part, we're going to cut out the 2 inches zipper allowance so we can be able to get the front part cowl neckline. So for the front part, we're going to cut out the 2 inches zipper allowance, and after cutting it, remember the line that we drew for the bust line, we're going to cut in from there. We're going to remove the other part, we're going to cut in from there, but we're not going to cut everything out completely. We're going to leave small space so we can open it up to get that cowl neckline. We're going to adjust it and make sure the material fits properly, but while cutting we're going to leave space at the upper part. We're leaving space at the upper part because the cowl neckline does not need lining for any reason, so we're going to use the main fabric as lining instead. So after cutting out what we need, that pointed part of the neckline before the slanting of the shoulder, we're going to fold it in. That's going to serve as the lining for the cowl neck to drop in properly, and then we're going to turn out the upper part. Then we're going to cut out the armhole. After we've gotten that, that's the front part, that's the cowl neckline that we need for the front part. Then I'm going to open it up and show you how it's going to look like by the time we're done cutting. So here's how it's going to look like by the time you bring the shoulders the neckline closely. This is the cowl neckline. This is how it looks like when it's open, and that's how it looks like when it's brought down properly. So now I'm going to fold the upper part. Remember that part that we left that was outside that I say is going to serve as a lining? I'm going to fold it by 1 inch before any other thing.
Wind until daylight. Repeat, rewind, and put your hands up. Oh, keep those hands up for tonight again. Even in another life.
After folding, you sew the darts. Remember the exact way I notched the darts on the templates. I'm also going to I also notched the darts on the upper part of the half length for the front and for the back. But the length of the darts, how long I want the darts to be, is 8 inches. So I'm going to do that for the back, and I'm also going to do that for the front. Or you can also leave your own, like you can leave the front part of the cowl neck without any darts. It's okay, it's not compulsory you put that on the cowl neckline. You can leave it plain, or if you still need to put, then that's fine. After that, I'm going to cut out a piece of fabric from the crepe material, just like 1 inch, just like a bias, and that's what I'm going to use to pipe the back neckline, because remember that the front neckline already has a lining, an inner for itself, since we cut it together for the cowl neckline. So I'm going to use this bias to pipe the neckline of the both pieces for the back. When I'm done with that, I'm also going to turn it the other way, the same way you would do a bias, and then after that I'm going to take it for ironing and then bring it back. After piping, I'm going to sew the back. Remember we have 2 inches zipper allowance. I'm going to close that up before I'm going to join the shoulder.
just fall in love. I know the DJ and I love this song.
Please remember that for the front part, which has the cowl neckline, we have two parts of it. One part is the front of the cowl neck, and the other part is the part that is serving as the inner. So you're going to open it up. We're going to make sure the front part is the part that is facing the back part, and then you're going to open up the shoulder into two and insert the back part's shoulder inside, and then you're going to close it up and stitch it. After stitching it, when you open it up, you're going to get a very neat finish. You're also going to do the same thing for the other part of the shoulder. You can see how it looks like. You can see how neat the finishing looks. When you're done with that, do the same thing for the other one before we're going to get down with the lower part. So here's how the front part looks like. Here's the dart, here's everything before we attach the lower part, which is the fish part. So just the way we have the front part has the cowl neckline and the back that is just round neck, the front part that has the cowl neckline, you're going to attach the front piece of the fish part that we've done, the mermaid skirt. It's kind of a mermaid skirt because you've not attached them together, but now we're going to attach it to the upper part. We're going to do the same for the back part. Remember, the back part had 2 inches zipper allowance, and we also stitched it, we also divided it into two. So now we're going to use that part and attach it to the 2 back piece of the front, and then we are going to close up the 2 inches zipper allowance together before we're going to bring it back, and then we're going to take shape. We're going to take accurate body shape measurements on this dress before the client comes for fitting. So here is the back part, and you can as well see the darts on both sides. We've attached the down parts to it, as you can see. Now it's time for us to move to taking of shape. When it comes to taking of shape, you're just going to place the front part and the back part of the clothes together. You're going to measure the person's bust divided by 2. Let's say, for example, the bust of this person is 2 inches. Okay, so I marked 2 inches. You're going to measure the remaining allowance, and you're going to split that remaining allowance into 2 so we can share it equally on the right side and on the left side. We're going to do the same thing for the waist. The waist divided by 2. Let's just say we're going to use 2 inches or 1.5. The remaining allowance, you're going to share it on both sides, left and right. So you're going to do the same thing for the hip line. We're going to do the same thing for the gown knee bending, and then since it's not a pencil gown, it's a fish gown, the remaining allowance down, we're just going to extend it down till the end of the fabric. That is what we're going to do. And please take notes, for this dress, while cutting it, we gave 2 inches zipper allowance. No, sorry, for the dress we gave 2 inches allowance, sewing allowance for the dress after we measured the gown length. So that 2 inches extra allowance, I'm sure by now that we have sewn, that allowance should be like 1 inch or 1.5. We're going to fold it out, and after folding it out, for this particular dress, the style is sleeveless, but I decided to attach sleeves to my own. So if you want your own to be sleeveless, that's completely fine, but me, I prefer it with sleeve. So I attach sleeves to my own, and that's how I make the fish dress with a cowl neckline. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you very much. Here's the final look of the dress I made for my friend, and here's another picture of me, the cowl neck fish dress. Thank you so much for watching. Do well to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.